We trust our smart devices to make our lives a little bit easier. But what if they're also making us more vulnerable? Today, we're talking about a growing issue that affects many of us, right in our own homes. We're looking at the hidden data that our everyday appliances are collecting and what that actually means for our privacy.
So it's a question that might sound a little strange, but it's one we should probably all be asking. Is your water purifier watching you? We trust these devices to do a job, to purify our water, but we really need to take a closer look at what's happening behind the scenes with our data.
Now, before we dive in, I want to be really clear about something. Our goal here is simple. It's to help you stay aware, stay calm, and stay safe. This isn't about creating fear. It's about empowering you with knowledge so you can make smart choices about the technology you bring into your life.
So, here's how we're going to break this down today. First, we'll talk about smart devices and their hidden data. Then, we'll look at what they really collect. After that, we'll get into why your data actually matters. And finally, the most important part, how you can protect yourself.
All right, let's jump right into our first section, smart devices and hidden data. Look, we buy these products for convenience, but there's very often a hidden cost, and that cost is our privacy. A lot of these devices are designed to constantly collect and share data about our lives, and it's time we really understood that trade-off.
And this isn't just a what-if scenario. This is real. For example, a major water purifier brand in India was actually found collecting really detailed data on its customers. Everything from their daily water usage patterns to their exact location. And all of this was being sent to their servers without any clear consent from the user.
So, that brings up a really important question. What exactly are these devices learning about us? As we're about to see in this next section, the answer might surprise you. It turns out it's about a lot more than just how much water you use.
While they're tracking your water consumption patterns, sure, but they also know when your filter needs to be replaced. They often have your location and details about the device itself. And when you put it all together, this data could even point to things like your health habits. They're quietly building a profile of you, one drop at a time.
Okay, so let's move on to our third section and really connect the dots. Why does this even matter? I mean, a single piece of data might seem totally harmless, but when it's all put together, it can be used to create a surprisingly detailed and intrusive picture of your personal life.
Just think about it this way. Your water usage data on its own seems pretty boring, right? But what can it reveal? Well, it can suggest your family size, your daily routines, maybe even your health habits. And a sudden drop in usage, that could signal that you're away on vacation, potentially making your home a target.
And it's not just about what criminals could do. This data is incredibly valuable to companies. They can use your own habits to perfectly time their sales pitches. They know exactly when to target you with high-priced maintenance plans and all those promotional calls.
Okay, but here is the good news. This brings us to the most important part of our chat today, what you can actually do about it. You absolutely have the power to protect your privacy, and it's a lot easier than you might think.
Here are a few simple things you can do to take back some control. First, if you have the option, choose devices that you can monitor manually instead of relying on an app. Second, just turn off the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connection when you're not actively using it. Third, try to avoid linking the device's apps to your personal accounts like your email or social media. And finally, I know it's tedious, but take a moment to read the privacy policy before you finish the setup.
The bottom line is this. Before you connect any new device to your home network, just pause. The core safety principle is simple, and it applies to so much in our digital lives. Always stop, think, and verify. It's a small habit that can make a huge difference.
At the end of the day, we get these devices to make our lives safer and better. And this quote really says it all. Clean water should protect your health, not expose your privacy. The purpose of the product should never come at the expense of our personal security.
The goal here isn't to fear technology, but to stay informed and to be cautious. By just understanding a little bit more about how these devices work, we can all make smarter, safer choices. Remember, awareness is protection. If you stay alert, you stay safe.
Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay aware, and please share this information with your friends and family.